Hey there, it's Aaron. It is October 24th, 2014, and I had no intention of making a fourth part of my Frank Zappa videos. Uh, the third part was supposed to be the last part, but I ended it sort of abruptly because I prefer making videos on my own. But long story short, the next part that I recorded is unusable. Uh, Audio is sped up, so I'm going to re-record this again and try and make it as quick as I can here. I have four more albums to discuss here, so let's go right into it here. Okay, last time I left off at Them or Us, so I'm going to go into the You Can't Do It on Stage Anymore series. There are 6 albums in the series, 3 of which I own, the first 3. So, yeah. The first one is, of course, Volume 1. Now, Frank was a guy who recorded almost everything. I mean, he recorded an awful lot in the studio and on stage, and I think that's where the idea came from of doing this series to show what was in the vaults. And you can look up on YouTube of videos of his vault. It actually exists. It's a whole, I don't know, what, like a basement, a part of his house, or I mean, it's still there. I mean, it was there when he was alive, and it's still there, so they can take the master tapes and remaster them for CD. So was the first batch. This one is probably, of the ones that I own, and what I know of the other ones, this probably is the most diverse. It's got everything. It's got stuff from the Flo and Eddie period, the original Mothers, uh, some stuff from the 1980s, 70s, and all these albums are 2 discs, which sort of look like that. And Volume 1 is good. I think the diversity thing helps with that. You know, this is how long his career was at that point. In terms of a favorite track, oh jeez, I like the melody of Let's Make the Water Turn Black, Harry Your Beast, and the Orange County Lumber Truck. And I also like this Don't Eat the Old Snow Sweet, which goes on for a good 20 minutes, which is a lot of fun to listen to. So, good album. Okay, after that is Volume 2. This one is just of one concert, and it's a show that I think was performed in 1974. I think it says in... Try and check the booklet here. I did this in the last video. September 22nd, 1974. This was a concert. Finland. It's also given the subtitle of the Helsinki concert. So this was a album that the Overnight Sensation apostrophe One Size Fits All Roxy and Elsewhere lineup made this album, and it's a recording that Frank was very proud of. According to the liner notes, a lot of the members in the band were sick when they made this, and even when they were sick, they were still in top form. So far, this is my favorite of the You Can't Do That on Stage Anymore series. In terms of a favorite track, I like Montana, which there's a request in the audience for they want them to play Whipping Post, and Frank says, no, we're not playing Whipping Post. So when they go into Montana, he replaces dental floss as whipping floss. This album mostly has songs that are on Roxy and Elsewhere. So if you like those and you want more, you know, this is a good album. So there's that. Can't Do That on Stage Volume 3. This one has some songs from the 70s and elsewhere, in other years, but mostly the tracking list or the songs are from shows from 1984, I think. And they're very good performances. My favorites would probably be Joe's Garage and Why Does It Hurt When I Pee, because those ones are performed particularly fast-paced than the studio recordings. And lastly, I have Frank's last album, The Yellow Shark. This was performed with the Ensemble Modern, and it was a whole project that Frank, I think, had really put a lot of work into. There's more on it in the A&E biography episode on Frank. It's just Frank's work done by an orchestra. Nothing new really, but this one's, I mean, even if you really don't like orchestral work or classical, this is a really good one. And that's coming from somebody who really doesn't listen to a lot of classical. I really like hearing his music done by an orchestra, and I think the Yellow Shark so far is the best one that's done that. Uh, I particularly like Dog Breath Variations and Bebop Tango, given that they were already songs on other Zappa albums. And it's fun to hear what they sound like with the orchestra playing them. I also like Food Gathering and Post-Industrial America 92, and Welcome to the United States. That's a good two-song suite. You could think of the whole album as one song, really. And yeah, it's a great album. The only downside is that it does go on for a while, but great way to end a career. Now, I know he's had a bunch of posthumous albums, but this is the last one that was released during or in his lifetime. So I think of this as his last album, and as the last album, it's really, really good. Recommend it. And yep, that's all the Frank Zappa I have. Now I plan on getting more Zappa. Uh, get the 2012. I want to repurchase some of the albums. Get the 2012 reissues of Zoot Allures, Bunga Fury, Chic Your Booty. Those are the ones I probably want to get next. And then in terms of getting new albums that I don't have yet, I'm gonna head off in the direction of Best Band You Never Heard in Your Life. I think that's what it's called. And Make a Jazz Noise. Those two albums were from the 1990 or 1988 band that Zappa had together. So that's where I'm heading in terms of getting more Zappa. If you have any recommendations as to where I should go next in the discography of Frank Zappa, feel free to comment in this video. If you've watched all 4 parts, thank you, thank you, thank you. It really means a lot to me. Thanks, and I'll see y'all later.